You hear it too?
Yeah. And I've worked for other companies before that did not have this option. It was kind of like, sorry, don't know what to tell you, manage your money better. And sometimes that's easier said than done. Money is a huge stressor for me and my family sometimes. So it has improved my concentration to kind of stay on task at work because I'm not worried about the money.
I would recommend Payactiv simply because it was simple. It helps with reducing employee stress. It provides a comfortable work environment, so it gives us the edge up.
Now that I have Payactiv, it does allow me to de-stress whenever I come to work, not thinking about outside bills. So when I'm here at work, I don't have to worry about it.
Peace of mind at the end of the day. It's giving me peace of mind that I never really had before. I never had a company that's offered this kind of advance. That they would go out of their way to provide this kind of service. Not every company does. So it's definitely strengthened my relationship with my employer and faith that they would do something like this for me and my coworkers.
And I really couldn't imagine going to another company that didn't have something so convenient. Payactiv has helped me because I have less stress going on outside of work. Now that I can use the Payactiv and not have overdraft fees and the stress of being a mom because we can't go to the grocery store and get what we need, I don't have to say no to my kids anymore. We can go out to dinner and do things.
This is like the best buddy that I could have. Payactiv. I love it.
So with that intro, I'll go to the next slide. So currently in America today, over $200 billion are paid between every year for what is called alternative financial services. And they're paid predominantly by the 70, 80 million people who live paycheck to paycheck. And that, I think, is a big problem. Employees suffer because of that. People who are working lose part of their income. It's as much as 10% of their paycheck, which they lose every pay period, every month, every year, year after year. So this is a big problem. Similarly, employers, almost 20 hours per month are wasted at $15 an hour because employees are distracted, stressing, et cetera, et cetera. So together, these are very large numbers that exist, and Payactiv solves that problem by actually working with employers. I remember I was hearing you talk about holistic financial wellness. And I remember when I first called the Payactiv platform Holistic Financial Wellness in 2014, people didn't know how to spell it. And they would say, what is this? It's some kind of medicine or whatever. And now I'm so glad that it is becoming something that everyone talks about. So that's the big problem in the US, and Payactiv solves this problem, or at least attempts to. My struggle to find a word for financial inclusion in the US has been 7, 8 years long. As I've met thousands of people, talked to them, and finally the word I lean on is livelihood. Everyone in the world, and strangely enough in America, the richest country in the world, 2/3 of the population is in a mode of survival. There are 3 things that create financial wellness: spending management, savings management, and surviving. We are still struggling in the US in helping people survive, and livelihood is essential for wellness to happen. And that is what we think is the way to think about it. So when I say holistic financial wellness, then I have to provide a means for people to have their livelihood last a little longer and so forth. So this is just a screenshot of our app, and we provide a Visa card as well as allow people to take money that they've earned on any other card. It could be a Wells card or whatever, Chime, et cetera, et cetera. We load thousands of different types of cards. So we provide a complete package to manage your spending, to manage your savings, and to also survive, to get money, $100, $200 when you need to buy groceries, et cetera, in a pinch. A lot of people call us the leader in earned wage access. This is a word that I coined about 5-6 years ago. So when you type earned wage access, it comes to my company's website. And I did it very specifically. I oppose the use of early, because early relative to what? This is already earned money. So it's earned. I don't use income because it's wage. Income can be, a commission, dividend, and so on. And I always call it access, not an advance, because I don't want it to be relative to the fact that advance relative to what? It's already earned money. So I always use earned wage access, and that's perhaps the key point. And when this whole idea was launched, there were many names for it, but I think this earned wage access is kind of stuck. We do partner with the biggest companies of the world: Walmart, FedEx. The last count, I think we had over 4 million people who were eligible to use our service, and we had moved significant amount of money between paychecks. So we give money to the employee after we've calculated how much they've earned. At any point in time, we put up the funds, and then the employer reimburses us on payday. 2020 looks like we will settle about $3 billion or maybe more as the economy is coming back. So we've grown. We've also grown very popular in the sense that I think there are about 8 or 9 companies who are now trying to emulate this idea in England, in America. There are at least 6 companies in Canada, in South Africa, everywhere in the world. But that's what Payactiv does. It provides earned wage access and a suite of financial services. We think that's true holistic financial wellness. And if we do that, we really become a livelihood platform. Over and out. Thank you.
Thanks, Safwan. That was great. So let's take one question here. What changes have employers seen in the financial health of their employees once they start using Payactiv?
So the 3 metrics that employers track, they are recruitment, retention, and engagement. And the published data that has come from many different independent research, and also data that has come from employers that we work with, but I can't sometimes name them, about between 20%, which was the Harvard Kennedy study, that 20% improvement in turnover, where a single person's replacement cost is about $2,000. So if a company saves, doesn't lose 1,000 people, that's a significant amount of money. So 20% minimum reduction in turnover, and I've seen 30 to 40% reduction in turnover. When it comes to recruitment, which is what we are seeing right now, a lot of businesses are using us as a means to recruit people because they have options. They can take a gig job, they can deliver, they can do those kinds of things. So recruitment is a very big part of it. It's a big part of offering from a company that, hey, come work for me. That's number 2. In engagement, the dividends are absolutely unbelievable, because if you actually treat a human being who's making $15 an hour with a little more compassion, they will be much more productive. And that's easy to find out. Today, there is very little done for the lower income population. Most products are to monetize them. So this actually is a very powerful engagement tool. So these 3 metrics are measured.
That was great. Thanks again, Safwan.
Thank you.